This is a warning. If the thought of losing thousands of dollars leaves you in a cold sweat, please look away now. You're about to witness some of the most insane poker in existence. Buckle up for the ride and prepare to scream. Down in the East End of London, there's a poker game on for the big boys only. 36 hours straight this game runs for. Who's got the stamina and the nerve to stick it out? Big money on the table with some of the game's greatest players sitting down in the poker den for the mother of all cash games. Last time out, there was no holding back as the players got stuck straight in.
We're off to a rousing start.
No respect at all, Jen, you say that. It's disgusting.
Outplayed by somebody in a shirt like that. American, babble, babble, babble.
Sammy, any2 George made 4 times more profit than anyone else. So far, he's $19,025 up. Only 2 other players are in credit. The Greek, Ilios Kamatakis, $4,850 up, and Neil Channing ahead over $3K. Top start for David Williams, already over $12,800 down. Robert Williamson III is also in the red over $2 grand. Roland to Wolfe is just fallen behind, and Jennifer Tilley had lost $4,000.
Hello, boys. Prepare to be slaughtered.
This time round, there's a new innovation in the poker den, the party pot.
You want a party pot? Oh my God! Let's go for it. I love these pots. They're my favourites.
Announced by the tournament director, it adds $1,000 to the pot before the cards are even dealt. Their notes have been changed for chips. The green chips are worth $25, the blue $50, and the red chips have $100 value. The black chips are worth $500, and getting into the big money, those yellow chips are worth $1,000 each, and the orange, $5,000. 3 hours into this game with an increasingly twitchy Ian Frazer, who may be warming up to play himself.
I nearly moved it.
You did. Yeah, you nearly got called. If you had Queen 6 of Hearts, trust me. Do you think Dave's playing that?
We've never seen David Williams before on European
we don't make things
poker TV, but he is a very experienced player. He's nobody's fool. Not like he was a one-shot wonder with that World Series runner-up finish. I think he's looking around and reckoning he's the best in the game.
Well, they all think they're the best in the game, don't they? All the Americans think they're the best.
I was trying to about $3,000.
2 and 4 I have.
4,000.
Cool.
Just a little tempter.
Raise 100.
Spice to this pot.
Cool.
That's not a little spice. I mean, it's just
It's like a shot of Tabasco.
It's just pathetic. It's pathetic. I don't know what you call it. It's
I thought
pathetic.
they made everything bigger.
Do you get the feeling that Williamson is one of those guys who,
That was just one guy.
like if he goes behind 1,000, he plays twice as many hands. If he goes behind 2,000, he plays 3 times as many hands.
Yeah.
As soon as he gets behind 10K,
He'll be in every pot.
we'll really get to see him play. Flush draw for Jennifer, and she's hit
this
it.
card.
Oh my, it's made Williamson a straight.
And Jennifer's got a 5-5 flush.
350.
Beauty.
Imagine if this comes a 9 of clubs, Jesse. Have a look.
Oh, jeez.
Hey.
Now,
Oh.
does she need to raise here? She's gotten very quiet.
Kind of strong.
Cool.
She just called.
Oh, it's the first time she's been quiet, Jesse.
Yeah,
Ain't it? All the pots she's been playing. Chat, chat, chat. First time she's been quiet.
You had a flush draw, David?
Williamson, he can smell danger. He very well might check this on the river.
Yeah, I know.
I'll tell you on the break.
I had pocket 6s actually. I got the block.
This is a defensive sort of bet.
Oops, sorry. Thank you. Apologize. 575 was what I was trying to.
I kind of thought maybe.
That's a really defensive bet.
Yeah, of course it is.
If you have a big draw with one hand, with one card to come.
How much would you be thinking to make it here?
A minimum re-raise.
Thinking that.
Do you think?
I thought you might.
Even if she made it 1,000 on top, she'll get a call. 1,500.
I mean, that 10 on the river, she could easily try and look like she's representing the straight here.
She hasn't said one word during this part.
Nope.
Okay, this is just like checking the river. I want everybody to laugh at me.
Oh,
Have a higher flush,
no.
Could have a higher flush. Are you kidding me?
Oh, another YouTube wonder.
600? I'll call 600. I've got a flush.
Oh,
I didn't
everybody
make my
was
straight
in the
flush, so
pot.
I'm just going to call. If I hit the straight flush, I was going to raise you, but I missed
I
it.
had the straight flush draw.
Yeah, you had to hit it for you to raise that hand.
Even
Hey,
worse.
you could have
I had the
like
10 of clubs. It comes the 9 of clubs.
Oh, dear.
Wow.
Hey, I want to hurt him. I shop with his wife.
She hurts me enough on a regular basis. My wife goes shopping with her, so.
I mean, Ian,
I think
didn't
it's
she have to
totally
think that bet on the
reasonable to
river
just
looked...
call.
You just can't let him get away that cheap.
What?
No,
Yeah.
not in these sort of, you know.
I mean, if he bets 3,000 or something, okay.
Yeah.
Oh my
We're
God.
not doing these things in my
You got to
country.
give. You got to give
This is
action.
called
We'll
gambling.
never get action if you don't.
I mean, at this stage, if you just had to take a shot and pick a of these 7 here, who's going to be the last one still sitting at the table, you know, in this game without a break?
You'd have to call for the vampire, wouldn't you?
I think so.
Channing, for definite.
It's 175.
I've got this funny feeling about Roland. He's, you know,
I don't know, now he likes to get up and eat, don't he, Roland?
Re-raise to 1,000 total.
What's that?
Well, this is going to be a bit of action.
yeah. Here we go. And the re-raise was from the Wolf, wasn't it?
No, from Sammy.
Raise to 1,000.
Oh no, from
David Williams.
Yeah.
Shall I play this hand?
So Roland made
Yeah,
it
serious
300,
Roland
and
is that, and then he gets up.
you think these guys could stack off here?
Damn, I wanted the avalanche to start. Don't worry, he comes, I come.
That's why I said
Let's see
I know
what
you
they
said
got.
no, I wanted to say yes.
They got about, Roland's got 20k.
Flip it.
Williams has got
Shake Roland.
27, so
Yeah, Roland decided just to call,
To fire.
and
You can't be a
I bet he wished he'd have popped it up now.
Okay.
You check.
this is the thing about cash games. When there's a lot of money put in before the flop, you always got to be worried about the aces and
Oh,
kings,
look at
don't
this,
you?
look. He's,
Oh.
Action tail.
now,
1,500.
now he's got to pay it.
It's funny. I mean, DeWolf could have played this hand a lot of ways to lose a lot of money.
Ace king.
Ace king's good, buddy.
This king's extremely good.
I fancy I would have maybe re-popped it a bit before the flop myself. I know it's easy to say, Jesse, afterwards, and Roland's trying to trap him. He obviously knows this guy's game inside out, and trying to trap him, but they both checked the flop, and the old bullet come. So he's got a way of looking at it. He's probably done the minimum.
I mean, if you're in a tournament with big blinds, queens looks like a massive hand. But when you got deep stacks in a cash game, queens is it's really just one pair, isn't it?
Yeah,
And not a big one either.
He's probably got out of that doing the minimum, because I can't see the other guy probably passing his ace king, would he? He'd have seen a flop with it.
Where's the straddle?
Raise.
Now this could look a little tilty.
Cool.
And Roland knows it, and that's why he's made it. He made it about 150, 225. He's made it. I tell you, with 4 or 5 different colors of chips, you basically got no chance of trying to figure out what the
Yeah,
hand
they
is.
play, they got a big hand.
Yeah.
That's true.
Every time.
He showed a deuce and a deuce and a 5,
Please
6
don't.
and a 3
They
cards. He
might
showed
not
out
have
a
been watching
4.
carefully. Don't give him any extra information.
And DeWolf's missed
Well,
again.
Sammy's-
You're right.
Sammy's
When we
it.
play, we have big hands.
Has he?
Check.
Almost always.
Almost.
Jeez, Roland's he's third best out of 3 right now.
600.
Jeez, could be bet and raise before it even gets to Sammy George.
Raise. 21 total.
100.
Oh, he's loving life. Which looks stronger right now, to call or to raise?
I would have just chucked the call in immediately
Re-raise.
myself.
There's the 21.
Another 2,000.
We raised to 41,000.
Well, I'm not. I think the minimum raise might be 21. I don't know if they're.
Double the raise.
42.
The raise.
It's
The raise was
it's correct.
1,500.
He raised
No,
the
no.
50.
His total bet was 21. We have to do double the bet.
No, that's the second raise.
It's the house rules.
Yeah, I know.
You know how
I understand.
I thought.
Why you would call it 41?
No, but it's just such a bad.
Yeah.
It just makes a mockery of everything.
I kind of like the rule myself. I mean, but I'm not.
He's playing this, look.
Well, what is he thinking about? Is,
I don't know. There's no.
He obviously thinks he's in front.
I mean, for Sammy to not have him beat,
This
he
is
would
a
have
good
to.
check. I like this. Now.
Yeah, maybe it's
Confusing. You watch on TV when they do that, and it's so great.
Well,
Now he's got him. Now he's got him for a load.
Yeah.
I mean, Williams can beat any pocket pair now.
It was a good check, I think, on the turn from Sam.
Wow, he's gonna bust him here.
That looks about 9K, is it?
8 anyway.
Sick.
Now he's caught him bluffing once tonight, David Williams. But this is it's different, isn't
The
it?
thing is, it's the money card on the river for him. I can't see him getting away from it.
Come on.
Yeah, you are that.
He got it. And really, what killed David Williams is calling that raise on the flop.
Exactly, yeah.
But well, this is the action Sammy NE2 gets. That's what he. That's the beauty of his game. If there is anything beautiful about it.
Great, ain't it? This fellow's playing good stuff.
Oh,
up to
he's
this
sick.
end,
He is
really.
playing a good game, David Williams. Plenty more cash action to come. We've been playing all day, and we'll be playing all night. Coming up on 3.5 hours into this 36-hour game. Here with Ian Frazer.
100.
I'm as sick as you, Dave, I think.
Well, Ian, David Williams had put himself in a position to start thinking about getting even, and now he's in a position where I'm guessing his head is just mush. It's the old story. I mean, you want action from a guy who gives a lot of action, but you don't want too much action because he can punish you. And we might be up for about 34 hours of Sammy just giving a little bit too much action for everybody's own good.
Well, once he calls the flop bet, David, he's hoping there's no more action in the hand. You know, he's got the best hand, and it gets checked down then. But obviously it didn't. And as I say, the bingo card come the river. It cost him another 10K.
If only that withdrew.
Channing is annoyingly cool here again. The ace-jack suited, just slipping in there.
Check, check.
Yep.
He is a good cash game player.
Yeah, normally you get, you know, if you're sitting down playing cash for any length of time, you do get dealt quite a lot of hands that you can do all your chips with. And I think it's the selection of pre-flop playing that determines how long you sit there for. And he's excellent at it.
You know, when you watch this, you just start to appreciate the difference between cash and tournament play. Everything's different. And right now, this pot up 4 grabs. They've both missed. Williamson's got to either fire the second bull. I can't imagine he will here because he knows that Jennifer has been calling loosely.
If she don't
Get out there,
give her hand away with a chat, I really like her play.
Is he? Is he?
Raise 1,500 more.
Wow, that's strong. That was very strong.
But do you have a flush?
I'd love to see pop this up again.
Oh, jeez. Who wouldn't? showed a little bit of heart here, Williamson the third.
Yeah.
Glad I put that 100 back before I bet. Boat?
Scared me to look out there twice. There sure wasn't a flush out there. Like an idiot.
Oh, straight.
Yeah, that couldn't be no flush.
3 4s.
Got to give him credit there. RW the
Neil's turned into
third,
the rock that he is.
worming his way up to nearly
be a rock
even.
because I said this morning I'm going to
With
watch
the
Neil
rebluff on the river.
and do whatever he does. I think I'm playing too many hands.
Correcto.
No.
No, you're doing fine.
Just the right
No, I
number.
want to do
Just
it.
give me the
I want to do what Neil
I don't want
does.
to pull teeth.
This is what I'm doing. I'm playing small ball poker. I just lose small hands
Yeah.
over and over and over again instead of losing one big hand.
I mean, when you watch
Spread out the
Jennifer, you
action.
always feel like she's so close to being
The more I
a
lose, the more
spectacular
camera time
poker
I get.
player. You know, it's like
Yeah.
she's got all the
Roland's got
instincts.
the queens again.
I don't think he's going to win this pot. You just, all of a sudden, it's just looking like self-defeating prophecy here.
He's probably feeling quite pleased the way he played him last time, Jesse.
Yeah.
As we said, you know, he done the minimum last time, didn't he? Could have quite easily done 10K.
Raise to 1100 total.
That is so
think
true.
you give him
And this
a
is
little
probably the
extra.
one guy who he didn't
Now look
want
what
to
you
raise him.
started.
Look at the Greek.
Yeah.
Look at the game on the Greek.
And he's got a really tight image, and he's decided
No,
to
you were
pop it up
saying you
here.
gotta give action to get action. Now he's giving you action.
He didn't call anything. He didn't call.
Raising with the nuts on the button is not giving action.
Yeah, it's true. Thank you, my Dallas.
Giving action.
Two Dallas natives at the table.
Raising with the dogs, as they say on the buds, and there's no action.
How much do I put in? 100?
You're priced in, I think.
You wouldn't blame the Wolf for putting Kamatakis on like 3 hands here, aces, kings, or ace king, would you? I mean,
Yeah, that's right.
Action is
I mean,
he's got Roland.
Oh, jeez.
and this is Williams. He is swimming in the goo right now. He just put $1,000 in on the 6-7 offsuit. The tightest guy at the table has raised him.
And Sammy's in as well,
Of
isn't
course,
he?
Sammy's in.
Well, Roland's thinking, what have I got to do here?
He's the tightest player at table is raised. It's 4-way. It's an overcard on the board.
Check.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, the Greek got 2 pair.
Unbelievable, Jesse, ain't it? Wow. But he could take this for ace king,
Yeah.
Roland, and do the minimum again.
Yeah.
We know that if he had a raise pre-flop, this guy passes. So.
You gotta like the wrinkles in the Greek's game here. I mean, if he was up against ace king here, he's gonna bust somebody.
I don't know what's going through his mind, Jesse. I really don't. It's
3800.
Got Brady. Right? Did it get Brady?
I think it might.
The Wolf will have done very well here to have gotten away cheaply with queens twice, but that's not what he's thinking right now. He's thinking that nobody up there likes him. You know, in his mind, the king means he has to be beat.
yeah, for sure. But you know, last time
That took too effing long.
he called on the river last time when the ace was out there, but it was only 1,500.
Okay, show one king.
Let's just
not
muck and
two
play a new
kings.
hand. Let's go.
One
He
king,
really
not
shouldn't
two
show,
kings.
should he?
No, of course.
Just checking to see you really had it. Nothing, an autograph.
I
He'll be
like
gutted there, Roland.
I want
Yeah.
something.
2 beers, Marty, 2 beers.
The only argument I would say, Jesse, is he had 2 more players to act behind him, so he could have popped it up a bit pre-flop.
It's nice to do something different a little bit because there's so many of these tournaments on TV. A cash game really refreshing, different. You get to see a little bit of deeper stack play. It's going to be a really great atmosphere around the table today. Everyone's wired for this game, and everyone is excited. And there are people here who are going to give action, and it's going to be good. It's a real good lineup, and there should be some good banter as well.
Thanks. I'll pay you later.
They agreed it in the break, I heard
Yeah,
them.
you heard me. I said I'd do 4.
These cards, man.
it is the thing about a live shuttle. It's not compulsory. I mean, the players at the table try and make you believe it is, but it's not. You know,
Raise to 200 total.
it's your own money down there. You do what you want with it, right? If they want to gamble, let them.
Thank you.
Go.
Of course, it does make you look like a
You're
dick
rolling
when
there.
you refuse to do
Intimidated
it. But
everybody.
Cool.
Okay then.
and
Well, we've got a nice range of cards here.
who's raised this
Between them.
one?
Jennifer raised with a king queen.
What did I have?
About 200 ball, 5 ways.
Well,
Check.
it's going this guy's way for a little while. Williams. Oh, was it on me?
No way.
600. Pass.
Really, Jen?
And I mean, the number of
Pass.
pots that Williams has been in, the way he's been playing, he's been throwing a lot of chips in. You know, Jennifer could get a little stubborn, especially if she hits something.
Well, I don't know. She's only put in
Check.
600.
1100.
Well,
You know, she's been threatening.
Oh.
Wow,
well, he's obviously letting her.
that was a crafty little
Keep
call. She's going to have to make the third bluff, and
Check.
he's playing it like he has a flush draw, and she's buying it.
Yeah, she's bought it. Lock, stock, and barrel.
He's done this very well.
This is
hasn't he?
3,000. She's bet as well now.
Yeah, he's done this perfect.
Raise. Take. 1,000 total. 5 more.
And you know, that's very clever the way he's done this. Because
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
Tilly right here, I mean, you start to think about all kinds of things.
Just floating the flop and the turn to get me on the river. I'll be like Vanessa Russo. I raise pre-flop, you call.
Wow, that is sick.
That's spot on.
All right, you got it.
Yeah, she's lucky she didn't have something.
What do you have?
What?
Nice.
And
I didn't have as good
obviously,
as
this
David
guy's got a
had,
lot of heart. I
obviously.
mean, just when you want to count him out, here he comes storming back
Give me my
again.
straight
I
over
think you
here.
have to reload. What?
There should be a bookmaker out in the green room doing prices on whether or not guys get even.
I like how
I mean,
skillfully.
what would you say about Williams? Is he 7 to 5 to get even? Even money, 2 to 1. What do you think?
I don't think he's come here just for 3 or 4 hours, Jesse. I think
Gambling.
he's
What do you think we're doing here?
He's
come here for the long stint.
He's banker or bust.
Raise to 150 total. Pass. Call.
Harsh but true.
150 from Tilly. This game is definitely switched on.
See a flop.
Honestly, how I have to get involved in like a $20,000 pot to get back to even. So it'd be
Who
good
made
if I
it
had
150?
$20,000.
Jenny.
Jenny?
Does it matter?
Jenny from the block.
Jenny from the block. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
Okay.
thousand.
I have $8,000 to lose. I'm planning to lose it all in one big hand.
Cool.
Can you wait till I have a better holding?
You know, she's
He's a flop of
actually,
flops.
when all you have to do is get all your chips in the pot in front of you and win to get even, it's not that bad. Believe me, there's going to be a lot of people much worse off than that. And I think she's about to go bust. Jeez, this is going to be a big pot.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at Williamson the third.
Every time I bet, I get like 5 callers, and then ultimately somebody re-raises.
Top pair, 2 pair, 2 pair.
No.
Shut the fuck up, Roland. What's he, the master reader of people?
Oh my God, this is bad.
Who are you,
I can
Barry
see it all going
Greenstein?
in and a 10 pops.
1,000.
Barry Greenstein's starting to look like Columbo. And that raincoat he wears.
Raise to 3,000 total.
Oh dear, pure poker is not good poker.
Pass.
I
Why
have to
are
raise.
you raising me? Oh,
Re-raise.
Just one more thing, Mr. Greenstein.
What thing?
You're worried about me. I read an ace on the that you don't gamble in the pit. Now, I'm not saying.
Well, I don't think Williamson the third can get
so
away
out of
from
my
this.
element.
I want a copy of his book.
I wonder about Jennifer. I mean,
He,
Well, I don't know so
he went
much.
for 2 big blinds, and I want a
she
copy of
should
it.
be able to get away from
Your
it.
chance to
Yeah,
go up.
and even Robert. Look what he's put in.
Roland.
Re-raise to 15,000 total.
That's an open invitation to anyone left in the pot.
If you want to take it down, take it down.
I don't want to take it down. Oh my God. All right, I'm
JT.
folding. I'm folding.
Don't tell
You know, last year in the poker down, Williamson the third made one of the best laydowns
Check 8.
of the game, but he called instantly.
That's what I get for playing that hand.
And
What, I just need a 6? What do you
That's what Madison hit it yesterday, exactly the same spot. Madison has a stance.
Ace 10-9, he had ace 9 against ace 10, boom, 9 on the turn.
All I need is a 6. There's 2
All
of
he
them.
needs is a 6 or it's a rebuy.
Nice.
Or 2 big cards.
A jack would be good.
How would 2 big cards out? They have to be paired.
No more jacks left.
Same.
Hiya.
Couldn't be right. It was a diamond. I knew that. Needed to be a heart or a club. Wow.
You feel the 10, don't you?
Hey.
Nice.
Jesse, please say, wow, Jennifer made a good roll.
She made a fantastic laydown there, Jennifer. But I believe we're going to get to see what Robert Williamson III is made of. Is it time for a rebuy?
They bring you change.
He only bought in for 10.
Okay, they bring you change.
But it's time to ask for Mr. Moore.
My main thing about today is I want to win. When I was just a little kid, my dad said, Robert, there's only one thing worse than losing, and that's dying. I'm not going to be dying today, and I don't plan on losing either. I love poker, and for me to play 24, 48, even 72 hours is like asking a kid, could you stay in a candy store for 24, 48, 72 hours? We're going to lock you in, but you can have the key. Sounds like a great deal to me. Sign me up.
Welcome back, playing for 36 hours straight here in the Party Poker Den. Cards in the air. Each player walking into the poker den tonight needs a minimum of $10,000 to sit down at the table. There's no limit to the number of rebuys these guys can have, so expect a serious amount of cash to be flying around.
Very much.
Oh my days.
No look for the fish, baby. 2 fives on the floor. No look for the fish.
This game's definitely gotten louder.
12, Jen, 12.
Can you take like all these?
Oh.
1,200.
You can take it back.
1,200? No, I call. I just have to get the right chips. Hold on.
I'm actually winning. Imagine how much fun I'm going to
I mean, she's looking to play a big pot. Do you think she should have re-raised here, or is it?
I don't know. I wasn't sure what she was doing there.
Maybe she's got a. Maybe she has a better chance of playing the big pot right now.
Yeah.
She's in position here. Jeez, if it comes.
They felt a bit sorry for this guy, so he turns around and says to this guy, "Here, here's a fiver." He says, "Go out to the shop, give me 2 meat pies.
Oh wow, what a flop
One for
this
you,
is."
one for me." So the guy's like, "Brilliant! You know, I'm going to get to keep the change from a fiver and get 2 meat pies." You know, so he runs off to the shop. He comes back walking into the club, eating this meat pie. Dave says, "Where's mine?" The bloke said, "They only had one."
Oh, Channing.
I really like that. I thought that was great.
I lost concentration.
I can tell.
Yeah.
Stories for you have to be like less than 30 seconds.
So you got any DY stories at the moment?
I believe that the Greeks asked Jennifer for a countdown here. I guess he wants to know if he wants to bet, or maybe check raise all in, that sort of thing. You know. He wants to get the money in first with a flush draw.
Yeah, I think he'd be coming out betting, won't he? After all of this.
I'm all in, right?
Yeah, he's basically just set her all in. He just didn't want to give her the opportunity to sort of.
Your pocket aces.
625.
Bit of a strange bet from this guy. There was only a couple of grand in there.
Yeah, he bet 7 into 3.
Yeah, you're not really gonna.
On their backs, ladies.
You're not really going to win a lot in that way, unless
you're only going to get called.
Unless your opponent's got what she's got.
No, we can't run it twice.
2 hearts.
Yeah. Oh, I would have put myself all in 2 hearts. Black, small black.
Chips, please.
Black.
Spades.
Black.
Well, they were both red, but she has doubled up.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
No, he does not. Sorry.
JT's
And-
back.
Oh, there, I don't have to reload.
Thank God.
Yet.
Oh, when you turned them over, I would have rather had the ace-10, but now I'm glad I had the ace-10.
Sometimes you get into a board you can't get escaped.
I bet she feels like she's nearly winning
If we're
here.
ever in that situation, I have the ace-10 of hearts.
Just because I'm a novice, I'm just getting my feet wet, I think I'm going to err on the side of caution. but don't tell the other players that. I want them to think I'm this crazy mad bluffer so I get plenty of action. I like the hands that play themselves, like, ooh, I have a straight flush. Then all you have to do is think like, ooh, how can I be crafty? Or, ooh, I have quads. I hate the ones where you have middle pair and David Williams is re-raising, representing that he has a set. That's the kind of thing where I go down, and I go down hard, because I'm always down. If there's any hands that are better than mine, I'm the girl that's famous for checking her full house on the river to Patrick Antonius. I always know there's a better hand out there. So even if I have a full house, I'm always frightened of the quads. And so I think, I think I need to play a little conservative today, because I would hate for my first foray into cash games to end disastrously.
That's poker.
Who is that?
That's
Marcel.
Oh, Marcel. I don't talk to Marcel that much.
You don't like Marcel?
No, I don't talk to him. I
Oh,
don't talk
okay.
to him much.
I thought you didn't like
No,
him.
no, he's
I was
a
going to say that was
lovely
going on.
gentleman.
This is going on national TV.
I would probably be the only person in the
Wow.
entire world if I didn't.
Nice one.
Everybody.
Will he get what he wants, which is the raise?
That was
One or
fantastic,
two,
Roland. That was fucking amazing.
So you can do Marcel, Tony G.
Well, he's got his raise.
Right.
Hey, don't forget.
1400.
Do feel like
Scotty
that.
Nguyen.
Don't forget John
In
Joanne.
fact,
John
that he just
Joanne.
lost half his stack the last hand, the Greek.
Do one of the fills.
I mean, Williamson might look on his tilty or no. I mean,
He looks at me straight.
ace queen.
What you doing, buddy?
I didn't know.
What's our figure?
He likes to take his time, this guy, when he does
That's my
something.
world. Welcome to my world, buddy.
So he's somewhere between the call and the re-raise.
Can you?
One vodka.
Yeah, that's just like him. That's so uncanny.
That was it. The waitress will come at him like, what do you want to drink?
Call would be the gutsy
One
play.
vodka, comrade.
Well, the thing is, if Williams has got like jacks or queens or something, the re-raise is going to get him in, isn't he?
You like the re-raise.
Oh, my.
All in.
He can pass this now. It's too big.
Went off for an extra 200.
Is anyone here who's not
for an
tilted?
extra 14 instead.
Live tilt. Live tilt.
I'll
game
get
with
stuck
you.
5. Like incredible stuff.
He's cool.
You know what? It was
Can't believe
such a
that.
big raise that Williamson thought it looks like a small pair, doesn't it?
Same thing again.
He's got him smushed.
He's one of a cut.
That was nice. That was kind of nice by the Greek, or is it just a huge misstep by RW3?
An ace-3 of spades.
I think so.
It's like a tournament play, isn't it?
Yeah, I just can't believe what I've just seen.
There's ace of diamonds is there, buddy.
Ace.
There you go.
Whoa!
It's a sick game.
Unbelievable.
It is a sick game. You know, he did this last year, didn't he? He caught Casey with the runner.
What are you doing in this port, Robert?
Oh, I had king-3 of spades. That's what I had.
I really funny boy.
I really did.
I think
I
he
didn't even
really
look
did.
at my hand, I had like jacks 4.
Only one card in the deck for the Greek.
I know
Poor
you're probably
guy.
just trying to torture me, but that's okay.
Rough Billy.
Well played, Robert.
I'd rather be lucky than good.
Professional poker player, Robert Williamson, everybody.
I think that'll be the end of the Greek guy myself.
I never claimed to be good.
Oh.
That's the
That's the
difference.
second hand you played bad.
Cover me.
Oh, what a horrible end for
My God, my
Ilios
sinuses.
Kamatakis, and he is.
Are you lucky?
He just took a sucker punch there. What a kick to the
Good
head.
play. Unlucky there, really
Yeah.
unlucky.
Big young gun Andrew Feldman sitting down. He won about 600K in 4 hours online. So what can he do tonight in about 30?
1,600 to put in 8 grand.
If you wanted to wonder how much money will be on this
Sometimes there's not
table,
more people here because a lot of people bust out.
I wouldn't be surprised to see $500,000 on this table.
You can't just.
I don't know. Depends how people, if the winners stay on, I guess.
Yeah.
They had a car.
Might be about 400 or so.
It took forever, and I didn't know where we were going, and I couldn't walk back now because I have no clue the direction to even start.
Button has made it 700.
Sorry.
I'm gonna call.
Cool.
Can we buy some action on that?
Fine.
I'm just kidding.
Let me do that back in Dallas. I like that.
Buy a
baby.
pizza.
I feel like now that Robert's got some chips, this is the kind of pots he's going to look for, playing against Sammy in position, playing against Sammy out of position, trying to trap Sammy.
Well, they can all double up with him, can't they? That's why.
I really did. I do. So we were even.
know it's over the size of the pot, but it's kind of a small bet from Sammy. He's looking for the
Could have
jack.
predicted this, the flat call.
Yeah. What's his intentions? Just kind of let Sammy try and hang himself.
Yeah.
3 times.
He should start to check a few of these, Sammy, because he's being too predictable, really.
35.
Yeah, Williamson's going to take him for the lot here, as much as he wants to put in. Obviously, the jack will be the bingo card here. If Sammy hits it, he'll bust him. If the ace comes, I don't know how much he can get, but anything else.
They keep showing his hand over and over.
You kind of feel like Sammy's done well to shut that down, because RW3 was calling anything in your mind.
Yeah.
And Roberts played that pot a little more traditionally. He pretty much got the maximum, I'm guessing. From the commentary box to the table, it's Ian the Razor Frazer, winner of nearly $1 million on TV. But tonight he's playing cash. Taking Ian's place in the commentary box, I'm thrilled to be joined by restaurateur and poker player Barny Boatman for the Hendon Mob.
Hi, Jesse. It's great to be back with you after all these years.
Barny, what do you make of this sort of game? I mean, this is coming in cold here. What do you like about this lineup?
Well, I really am coming in cold, Jesse. But you know what? It's a great lineup because there's a great mixture there. You've got people who are pushing the action. You've got people who are not afraid to play. It's a game I wouldn't mind being in, actually. And in fact, could I swap places with one of these?
It looks like fun, doesn't it?
Compulsory. Dead straddles when I do it.
Neil Channing, of course, he's really in his element here. He loves it. He really can control and manipulate a game.
And he was very successful last year, and so far tonight, he's just been perfect. He's only had a couple thousand, but looked like he's had the game in the palm of his hand.
So what's Jennifer done here? She raised or what? I literally just sat down.
Well, there's been a lot of live straddling going on. I believe she came in for maybe about 150 though.
Oh, cool. Lovely to have you.
Well, I know he's doing well, but that's an awful call, isn't it, with the Jack 7?
These pots have just gotten 150 feels like nothing because the stacks are so deep and the pots have gotten big later on.
Keep giving him money already.
Looks like we're 5-way for 200 is what it looks like.
Jennifer entered with the raise and the rest of them are called.
You've been telling everyone what you got.
I have?
And she's
Where?
flopped
In my body
nuts.
language?
Well, this is fantastic for Jennifer. How's she going to play it? Because Sammy with top pair looks like he's liking it.
What's going on
I mean,
those glasses are great.
1,000.
She's bet $1,000. The great thing about Jennifer's image in this game is that she has been leading at pots with nothing and getting pushed off them.
Well, that is music to her ears. He's trying to push her around and he's picked absolutely the wrong one. He's let Sammy off the hook.
No, he has
not.
No,
okay. I don't know this guy.
Well, he's ahead $35,000 in this game. Everything's turned to gold so far, but top pair, he is sucking wind. And what do you do if you're Tilly here? I mean, do you want to play this 2-way? Are the flush draws out there?
Well, sometimes it's a good idea to play strong in these situations because you can look like you're playing the draw, and there's so many cards that can come that can kill your action. Yes, I like that play.
She's only got 12 grand in front of her before the pot, so I think she's raised this up.
Like put chips in,
it's about 8,000 more.
Yeah, she wasn't to know that David Williams had so little of this. And okay, you know Sammy better than I do. Does he think he's still got some of this in this situation?
We're going to count those green ones.
I mean, if Jennifer's been passive up to now and been leading out and passing, then they must know she's got a big hand. He's only beating a flush draw now, Sammy. Her hand is beautifully disguised by the fact that she's entered from early in the way that she has. And
I mean, he might be wondering if the king could be good here. Probably not with this much action.
Well, if she's got something like Jack 10, of course, but I don't think he's putting her on that kind of hand. I think he's put. Well,
oh my God.
Wow, he's gambling here, Williams. He's going to be sick because he's got 3 outs.
Yeah,
3 queens and that's it.
He thinks he's got 4 sevens and 4 queens. As you say, he's only got 3 queens. And he does have the running clubs, of course, but that's a real long shot. Surely now Sammy's getting out of the way. I do like the fact that Williams took his time and thought about this and worked this out, but he's got himself in a bit deep with very little hand here, Jesse.
The shit hand I went in with is the leading hand.
He thinks he might be up against 2 straight draws or a straight draw and a flush draw. Yes, he's putting Tilly on the flush draw.
Maybe your kick is better than mine. Middle pinning.
He thinks the 7 gives him
Alright,
extra outs.
fold.
Wow, the discipline of the man.
It is. But the story here, 30K in this pot, and Williams in bad shape.
Well, good luck, Jennifer. You played this very, very well. You deserve what you get. I like the way she just pushed it all in the flop, didn't give them a chance to get away or for scare cards to come.
You know, she thought she was going home a while ago. She's about to be a 10K winner if this hand holds up.
Jack 6.
What a turnaround.
This is the bit we all hate in the game, the stress of it. But with 1 card to come, she's a huge, huge favourite. No running flush down. Just a queen now, Jesse. There you go.
That's how they do it. And David Williams, who's in this game for 40K, is going to find himself, stuck about 26,000's worth.
Well, you know what? Maybe he ought to have got out right at the beginning, but once he got involved, you know, the way things worked out, it just kind of like the error compounded, and in the end, he found himself feeling he had the price to put that last call in.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is a party pot.
Where's the $1,000?
The party pot.
They've announced party pot. That means that the sponsor's putting in an extra $1,000 to this pot.
He deserves one.
Dave's turn.
Never say you don't get that one for free around here.
I think this is wrong here.
I believe these party pots were Neil Channing's idea, Jesse, and if I played every single hand, I'd be proposing something like that as well.
Channing has won 2 out of 3 of them.
And he's got the straddle on, which means he's going to get the last option to put the pressure on before the flop, which suits his game perfectly. And with that extra $1,000 in there, there's all the more reason to put that big straddle on, put the pressure on. Well, Roland's going to be liking this hand.
What's the action? It's a straddle, 200. But it is a party pot, so don't be afraid to go broke.
Okay, make it 1,100.
It's nice when you have a proper hand in a party pot, Jesse, because everyone thinks you're just at it trying to get that extra free money.
I want to join the party.
But of course, you don't particularly want action with King Jack.
It's a saucy raise.
Yeah,
Exactly. There's no betting. Everybody just gets 2 cards and they run it out.
That would be fun. We should do that.
You don't just have to raise it. Oh, look, it's good.
No, 3 cards.
It's not just taking account of the blinds and the antes, but it's interesting working out the size of the raise when there's that extra $1,000 in there as well. You have to make it a bit more expensive.
Like we played back in Texas.
Neil out of position.
And you run out, and whoever.
And indeed,
You got to give the edge to Roland here.
yeah, it's a razor's flop. You know, anytime there's a pair on board, but Neil's put the pressure straight on. He understands that most of the time you miss, and that's great play by Neil. He didn't give Roland. As you say, it was supposed to be his pot. He had position. He was the razor, but Neil breaks all the rules in this game.
It's the only time he comes alive.
That was insane. Basically, Roland had about 11,000 there. Neil set him in.
I'm going to juice it up a little. Corner in the action. Start it up.
Yeah, I love Neil Channing. You know, I think that he's going to be the person that gets the world out of the world financial crisis. I think what he's going to do is put everyone in the country into the World Series main event. And we make us all into winners again.
He did it.
Jesse, do you really need me here? I want to be in this game.
Love it, isn't it? You don't like this. I mean, we're only about 4 hours in, and it's already generated into madness. This bodes well.
I don't think we
There it is.
Of course, Ian Frazer's been watching them all. Well, I've already seen Jack 7 cost him. Oh, he's starting to learn.
To be honest, because he didn't do one last time.
He did.
Oh, did he?
He did, yeah.
I don't know that.
It's probably me. I have a guilty conscience.
Is that a straddle, David?
Yeah.
Horrible.
that's an attractive
I
hand
might put in
in,
1600, I get raised.
on the
All
button.
in 10,000.
Yeah, but you get a chance to call.
Yeah, but it's a load of shit though with what I have. I wish you would.
Yeah, we're going to change that nickname of yours. What a bad nickname.
I've got no idea how big that raise was, Jesse, because I'm not used to the colours yet, but it looks
Sammy
like a
almost did it.
substantial one.
Almost.
Sammy top two.
Sammy top two. Yeah. Sammy Jackson better.
I found out you were at Sammy top two just a little earlier.
Well, I
Is that a good
David
name?
Williams,
Sammy Jackson
the
better?
only question now is, does he re-raise,
on all of them
or
every
does he
time.
just take off a
I
flop,
struggle up to 800.
go for what the kids these days call the old stop-go?
So I have to win like big pots just to get my money back.
Let's hope so.
Or set mining, that's enough of phrase. No, he's just...
He's gone all in. It's about 1,000 more that Feldman made it. And the re-raise here from
13.
Williams. Oh, that's a big raise, about 12,000 more.
This is good play, because if Williams raised a smaller amount, he'd give himself a problem if Feldman set him in. Now he's put all the pressure on Feldman. It's a play that you see a lot from tournament specialists, but you know, as soon as they start to think, and you know they're probably on two big cards, you know it's the right play. You know the pressure's on Feldman now with king high. He must have very deep pockets or a big ego if he's even considering making this call.
No, we only put 200 as players, and they put 1,000.
Oh, cool.
Wow. Well, as it turns out, it's a very good call. But
Barney, I can only think this has, I mean, something to do with like game dynamics. Like we're going to be playing for a long time, and I don't want to show that I could be backed out, but it's pretty insane. It's $12,000.
It's a big over raise. To be honest, Feldman's lucky to be in as good shape as he is. You know, Williams has played this hand absolutely perfectly, and he deserves to win it. But you know, there's nothing in it. It's a coin flip, and you've got to say Feldman's brave. And like you say, he's drawn a line. He says, "I won't be pushed off."
Like 6, 7, 8.
I guess he figured at least ways his cards were live, but he couldn't have even been sure of that.
Wow.
It's a pretty big pot. It's
We got our wish today.
Williams is going to have to sweat it to the river now. Feldman actually a slight favourite with the two overs and the spades, and there's that king.
Oh, great now.
1 second.
This is going to make Williams pretty sick. He's going to be officially down $40,000 here. He's standing up. This could be it.
I feel badly for him, Jesse, because I was the one who told him about the game.
For somebody else, nothing personal.
Is it a red 5?
In and out like the breeze. David Williams, the American, not really having a good night here.
That was very, very cruel. He played that hand right, he played it strong, and he got punished by a very, very brave call indeed from this man. And they won't be trying, like you say, they won't be trying to push him around.
Looking at the winners of the 7 at the table now, Barney. 5 are in profit, still led by Sammy.
Yeah, well, that's how it tends to work in cash poker. It's the losers that usually walk away, and the winners who you can't get off their seat with a sledgehammer and a gun.
Yeah, dead man walking, David Williams, $40,000 down. I think he was going to go home to get more money. Unfortunately, that's a cross-Atlantic trip. He probably enjoyed the game, but just not the result. Nobody else lost anything serious yet. Don't miss out next time when there's plenty more action to come here in the Poker Den and the uncontrollable Phil Lack.
So there's like a triple witching planetary alignment thing happening in there. I can't wait to be one of the moons.